Hello, I'm Pawan. Today we will talk about tunable pseudo-magnetic fields for polaritones in strained metasurfaces. Actually, artificial magnetic fields are pseudo-magnetic fields that they revolutionized our ability to manipulate neutral particles. It did it by enabling the exotic phenomena once thought to be exclusive to charged particles. However, to date, these strain-induced pseudomagnetic fields have failed to emulate the tunability of real magnetic fields because they are dictated solely by the strain configuration. But there is a way to tune pseudomagnetic fields for polaritones supported by strain honeycomb metasurfaces composed of interacting dipole emitters. This happens without altering the strain configuration. We unveil how we can tune the pseudo-magnetic field by modifying the electromagnetic environment when enclosing photonic cavity, which modifies the nature of the interaction between the dipoles. But we find that it can entirely switch off the magnetic field at a critical cavity. So consequently, by varying only the cavity height, demonstrate a tunable Lorentz-like force that can be switched on and off, and a apprehended collapse and revival of polytone Landau levels. But neutral particles do not directly couple to electromagnetic force potential. This limitation inspired various ways of engineering artificial magnetic fields, which is revolutionizing our ability to manipulate neutral particles. Because exotic phenomena exhibited by charged particles in magnetic field like Lorentz force and Landau quantization remain exclusive to neutral, neutral particles. Graphene non-uniform strain can generate pseudomagnetic field. However, these pseudomagnetic fields in artificially strained lattices has failed to emulate one key property, which is tunability. This has also been emulated for photons by judicially engineering the periodicity in honeycomb photonic lattices of evanescently coupled waveguides. Here we unveil a universal mechanism to tune pseudomagnetic fields for polaritones that don't require any change in strain configuration. So here we consider polaritones supported by a strained honeycomb metasurface composed of interacting electric dipole emitters. And in addition to short-range Coulomb interaction in dipoles also coupled to transfer photonic fields. Dipole-dipole interactions depend quantitatively on the surrounding electromagnetic environment in which the dipoles are embedded. We saw that one can tune the artificial magnetic field by modifying the real electromagnetic environment. For showing this tunability, we embed metasurface inside cavity waveguide where we reduce the cavity width, which transforms the dominant dipolar coupling from Coulomb interaction to photon mediated interaction. For large strains, we also demonstrate Landau quantization of the polaritone's cyclotron orbits, it progressively decreasing the cavity width. We can induce a collapse and revival of the polaritones' Landau levels. Then what's minimal metasurface model? For that, we model a resonant electric dipoles with a generic pair polarizability alpha, which depends on strength of polarizability and non-radiative losses and free space resonant frequency. And it is applicable to both classical antenna and quantum linear resonance. We assume the polarizability to be anisotropic such that induced electric dipole moment point in z direction actually. We consider subwavelength nearest neighbor separation, which is really small to free space resonant wavelength. So metasurface supports subradiant polaritons that are evanescently bound to the lattice. The interaction between dipoles are mediated by cavity Green's function G, which we can divide into two parts, perpendicular part and parallel part, which depends on R, which is position where the field is generated due to a point dipole source. By varying cavity width, one can tune relative domination between two distinct types of interaction. And what's cavity tunable pseudo-gauge potential? Gain some analytical insight. We used coupled dipole model to derive effective Hamiltonian describing polaritons, where polaritons behave like massless Dirac quasi-particles with a linear Dirac cone dispersion. Hamiltonian depends properties like Dirac frequency and Dirac velocity. To switch off the pseudo vector potential, the strain-induced change in the dipole location within the metasurface must not change the inter-sublattice interaction energy. In a nearest neighbor tight binding model, one requires a hopping parameter that does not depend or vary with distance, which is impossible by photonic analogs of graphene. Contribution from short-range Coulomb interaction and long-range photon-mediated interaction are always finite and never vanish individually. They have opposite signs and thus tend to compensate each other in the pseudo-gauge potential. So at the critical width, these contributions perfectly cancel out, making the pseudo-gauge potential vanish. Cavity tunable Lorentz-like force. What is? In semi-classical limit, polaritons waveguides propagating through the strained metasurface behave as if they were subjected to a Lorentz-like force, which is perpendicular to the velocity. So consequently, the polaritons exhibit cyclotron motion. To verify the tunability of cyclotron orbits, we simulated evolution of Gaussian wave packets using the effective Hamiltonian. We plot their trajectory through a metasurface with a fixed strain configuration for different cavity widths. Polaritons wave packets undergo cyclotron motion in opposite direction due to time reversal symmetry. And at the critical cavity width, the pseudo-magnetic field is switched off and the polaritons wave packets feel no Lorentz-like force. Cavity tunable Londo levels. For larger strains, the pseudo-magnetic field increases and the quantum limit can be reached at the polaritron cyclotron orbits undergo Landau quantization. It is just same with the charged particle in magnetic field. Massless Dirac cones collapse into a quantized Landau level spectrum. The polaritons Landau levels have a characteristic square root dependence on Landau level index and the strain magnitude, which is manifestation of the pseudo-relativistic nature of the massless Dirac polaritons. In stark contrast, polaritons' Landau level spectrum depends quantitatively on the surrounding electromagnetic environment that mediates the dipole-dipole interaction. For subcritical cavity with the short-range Coulomb interactions are dominant sequence of resonant peaks emerge within the vicinity of the Dirac region where Hamiltonian is valid. So in the end, there are some questions that arises from these discoveries. This universal mechanism of tuning pseudomagnetic fields possesses intriguing question beyond the realm of conventional tight binding models. For example, do quantum hole-like edge states associated with the polaritons' Landau levels exist in the presence of long-range interaction? Do new edge states emerge at interface separating regions with different electromagnetic environments? So these are some examples. So Landau levels also provide a unique way of sculpting the local density of states. This could be exploiting to enhance or suppress light-matter interaction parameters embedded in sub-wavelength photonic structures. Finally, here we have focused on some of the implications of a tunable pseudomagnetic field, but what are the implications of a tunable pseudomagnetic electric field arising from the pseudoscalar potential? So these are some questions. Okay.